Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. You guys are very, very important to the channel. Please subscribe. You know that thing that says subscribe? Look for it, find it, hit it, and say, hi, tada. We're on our way to 1,000. Now we're on 800, guys. We're almost at 900. Let's keep subscribing. But yeah, guys, let's kick it off. Today we talk about the DDC team that lost to Sundowns, and yeah, we will chat about that. And then we chat some interesting things about Kaizer Chiefs. Like how a lot of you want Mushin to be the Kaizer Chiefs coach. And we want to know, do you guys think that is possible? And some people are even mentioning Middendorp, etc. And you're asking, is it possible? And I've heard a lot of people saying we don't want South African coaches, want European coaches, etc., etc. And I'll get to that. But first, DDC team, we saw very, very similar situation. Like this Sundowns game versus Chiefs looked very similar to the MTN 8 last semifinals where Chiefs missed chances for days. About Dupree. It was the same story today. Abo Jansen and everyone were hitting the pole, and then Umfundo Vilagazi missed the tap in. He misses even an understatement. Like he missed an empty net. Like that. That is it. That is it. The one thing I was curious about is that they've been making Mdu Shabalala and Duba play for the DDC team. So I'm curious as to why this time round they didn't make them go and play with the DDC team. Because Chiefs is not going to play for a while, the senior team. So why did they not let those boys go and play? And it's weird because the game was being televised, etc. It's like when the games are not televised, they send Abu Shabalala and Duba to go play with the DDC team. But the moment the game is televised for us to watch, these guys are not playing. It's very weird for me. But anyway, Mfundo Villagas was back. Obviously, he's good, etc., etc. Hey, don't worry about that, etc. It happens. But yeah, we played well as a team, but let me tell you one thing. The disease of the first team has become the disease of the juniors. Luckily for the juniors, they are a more solid team. So the league is a long haul. So it's going to take time. So even if you lose today, they can win the next 20 games and still win the league. So it's not a train smash. But yeah, the chances they missed today, it's very weird. It's like a thing of when their games are not televised, they don't win. Because, example, the last time the Chiefs games were televised, it was when Chiefs played Orlando Pirates and we drew 1-1 with Pirates. Then today they televised the Sundowns game and we lost 1-0. But all the other games, we've been getting results. Abo Jansen scoring every game. We're beating teams 5-0, we're beating teams 3-0 and 2-0 and all of those things. But those games, we don't see them. So we don't know what's happening. We only get the number, the score. But this one, we get it. We get to watch the game and we just see this guy is missing for days. Like, the misses that we saw today are crazy. But yeah, it tells you one thing. If the senior team can't score goals, simple goals, why do we expect the junior team to do the same? Because there's certain things. If they had a striker coach at Chiefs, the striker coach was meant to be doing drills with the juniors and also doing drills with the seniors, so that these guys, by the time the juniors or seniors, they are finished products. But these guys get to the first team unfinished products. They don't know how to put the ball in the back of the net. They don't have proper training, etc. They don't have shooting technique. Like today, if you have to watch Mfundo Vilagazi kicking that ball, you would think that he's a guy who started playing soccer yesterday, because like technique was all wrong. In a game that doesn't have a level, like the field isn't as carpet football. You need to go over the ball. But anyway, that's what happened there. Now let's jump to the Mushin integral and mid top topic. So a lot of you are saying you want Mushin integral, and some of you are saying mid top, etc., etc. And I am saying this to you guys. Those guys may have worked 10 years ago or more than 10 years ago, especially Mushin. But the way football has transformed, guys, the way football has transformed, if your coach is not developing and playing with the times, it will be difficult for him to compete in this day and age football. Too much is happening in this game of today compared to back in the days. And another thing that Chiefs fans don't realize, and I want you guys to understand, if you go back to the Mushin Etrigal days, let's be honest, Chiefs had the best team in the league. It was not Sundowns, it was not Pirates. We had the better players in the league, and we won because we had better players, or if not better, we were on the same level. But now you guys want Mushin to come and compete against the Sundowns and Pirates that have way better players than Chiefs. Yes, our team isn't bad this season. It's way better than the previous season. But still, Sundowns level of players and Pirates level of players are still one level above us. Sundowns maybe even 5 level above us. So Mushin will come here, play his football. That is still olden day football. And then he'll get his butt kicked, and then you guys are now gonna say it's the players, and you guys are now gonna find another person to blame, whereas the person to blame is the fact that we need to go and look for a coach who has a brand of football that is going to make us compete, contain the ball, create chances, etc. That is what we need. This thing of thinking that old crops were going to fix our football, I feel like the second round of Middendorp playing with Chiefs should have taught you guys, good, these things, they won't happen. Middendorp, when it came to Chiefs, you guys were, me, I knew from that moment. I told everyone. There was a game when the year we lost to Sundowns on the last day when Middendorp was coach. And it was before December. It was either in December of that year or before December. Chiefs played Steve Compella's Golden Arrows at the time, and Steve Compella crammed how we played. When I say crammed, I'm like, he figured out how Nukovic gets balls. So he tried to make sure. So in that game, what would happen is that Maluleka would get the ball and try take shots from far. Try take shots and get the keeper to make corners, because the Middendorp knew we score with corners or we score with these long passes. So what they did is that they blocked the long pass. So whenever someone kicked the long pass, they made sure two players compete with Nukovic and that Arrows gets the second ball. And number two, they didn't allow Maluleka to shoot from close by the box, and they didn't do create any fouls around the box. And then every team started following Compella's formula, and they beat us. Like they started, like we were struggling to beat teams because they now knew what we were going to do. And that's what happened when you have this old mindset. Football is easy to figure out, it's easy to kill. Middendorp, Mushin Etrigal, the one thing I'll give to him, that coach like Mushin, look, if you had to ask me today and wake me up in the morning and say, who do you want, Nzeki or Mushin Etrigal, I'll pick Mushin 100%. But do I feel like Mushin will help Chiefs win for the next 10 years? No. Do I think Mushin could help Chiefs look okay? Yes, I do. Maybe we could even bump into one title, but I don't think we would be dominant. And he would even get fired himself. Like it's a fact. So yeah, guys, that's what I think of that. So I think, yeah. But wait, first subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe. But I feel Chiefs needs to go out in Europe and look for a coach. There's a lot of coaches in Europe who have UEFA A or Pro license, like coaching badges. And I say, go to Spain, find a Spanish coach who is not believed in but plays similar Barcelona football or whatever the kind of football, where we contain, where we use the ball properly, and maybe invest in a coach like that. Then these coaches, and a lot of people have been saying Europe coaches are the ones to go. Guys, Middendorf failed, Baxter failed, Solinas failed. It's not a European coach thing that will help you. It's selecting the right European coach. Example, Pirates has been hiring useless European coaches. They've been losing. They come and hire this Rivero guy. They win because he understands what to do to win. It's simple as that. Chiefs had a chance to sign Nabi, a coach who won 3 titles, uh, like what is it called? 3 titles in one season, twice in a row with his Tanzania team. And then Chiefs had an opportunity to sign that coach. They didn't. But you see, those are the coaches who have proven that they can win. And if you don't hire them, you find yourself where you are today. You find fans who are unhappy, and you find yourself making excuses like Kaizer Down Jr. saying you love us, but you busy do dumb things like with the team. That shows that you don't care about us fans. And that's the truth. At the end of the day, Kaizer Down Jr. goes home with his more than 200k salary, maybe even more than 500k salary, and he knows good we are feeding him, because yeah, that is what we do as Chiefs fans. We love our team so much that we'll feed the person who's stabbing us in the back. But yeah, anyway, subscribe to the channel.